if you get into ICE detention, be prepared that ICE will say you're not entitled to a bond. In other words, you can't post money to get out. And this is a tactic that the Trump administration during the first term used. So basically, if you get in detention and you don't have a criminal record, and you've only entered the United States one time and you have relief, like let's say 42B cancellation or removal because you've been here for 10 years or more, and you have qualifying relatives like U.S. citizen children, U.S. citizen spouse, green card holder spouse, green card holder parents, U.S. citizen parents, most of the time ICE would release you on your own recognizance, or ICE would set a minimum bond of $1,500. But during Trump's first term, what I noticed was ICE was saying, no bond, you're not entitled to bond. And so what would happen is an individual would have to wait to see the judge to ask the judge for a bond. And that's called a bond redetermination. Lots of people that had lawyers could file for a motion for bond redetermination and get a hearing quicker. A lot of people didn't have a lawyer and had to wait. Because the courts are so jammed up, it could take a few weeks to even see a judge to ask the judge for a bond. So this is why you need to be prepared. You need to be prepared if you're going to stay in the United States and fight to stay here and get your green card before the judge. Meaning, who's going to take care of your kids? Who's going to pay your bills? Who's going to take care of your car? Who's going to take care of the utilities? Who's going to take care of maybe your parents? All of this needs to be determined now so that you have a plan if you are in detention for a few weeks, that your children can be cared for, your bills can get paid, and who also is going to be designated to post a bond. That has to be a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident. So you can talk to somebody now and ask them if they would be willing to do that. There's also lots of bail bondsmen that you can use to post a bond. Know this, that when they set a bond in immigration court, you have to put up the full amount or collateral for the full amount. So unlike state court, where you can put up 10% of what the bail amount is, in immigration, you cannot. You got to put the whole enchilada up. So it can get very expensive. If you have a criminal record, any sort of criminal record, they're not serious, but you have a criminal record, oftentimes ICE will set a bond of like $3,000 or $5,000. If you have a more serious criminal record, your bond could be $15,000 to $20,000. And some people are not entitled to a bond at all, are subject to mandatory detention, and will stay in detention until the judge makes a final decision. Like, share, and follow. I'm Gloria Cardenas, the immigration queen with decades of experience.